X, your first one show of the week, live on BBC One and iPlayer. And welcome back, Clara Amfo.
Thank you. It is good to be back, Alex Jones. And just like England at the Euros, we have got a winning lineup for you tonight.
The very talented Hugh Bonneville and Karen Gillan will be here. Now, they'll be talking about their brilliant new comedy drama, Douglas is Cancelled, which hits our screens next week.
And joining them on the sofa is a man who doesn't mess around with his words. We both know that for sure. Yes, Strictly's Revel Horwood is going to be here, but he's not talking about dancing. He's talking about his debut solo single released earlier on today. So stay with us to find out why he thinks it's fabulous.
Time to say hello now to our first guest tonight, two actors who between them have starred in everything from Downton Abbey to Doctor Who, from Guardians of the Galaxy to Paddington. Please welcome Hugh Bonneville and Karen Gillan.
Well done, us.
Yeah, well done yourselves.
We deserve it.
We are going to talk all about your new comedy drama, maybe we'll call it.
Yeah.
We love it, don't we?
Yeah, a dramedy.
Brilliant. But first, of course, here we saw that lovely film there, all about adults learning to read. Last time I saw you was at the Palace for 500 Words, and you read Spencer's story out. It is just so life-affirming, isn't it, as a competition?
Well, it is. It just encourages children to use their imaginations. And in the case of Spencer, who's from the Isle of Skye, he nearly didn't enter because he felt that with his dyslexia and challenges in the classroom that he wouldn't stand a chance. And thankfully, his teachers said, look, it doesn't matter. So long as you've got the story and the idea and you want to communicate your story, then give it a go. And he got to the final.
Well, his story was brilliant, wasn't it? It was really funny. We are delighted to say, by the way, that the 500 Words competition will open for entries again in September, with the one show at the heart of it once more. Plenty of time for all our young viewers to get creative, get thinking about ideas for your stories. And you can find out all about it and where you need to send them, bbc.co.uk/500 words.
Now, sticking with the theme of writing, we need to talk about Douglas is Cancelled. Because I think it's safe to say the phrase words mean things is an understatement when it comes to this show.
Yes.
Karen, can you give us a quick character summary for both of your characters and the story in general?
Yeah, so we played TV show hosts, and they kind of host a show not unlike this show.
I know, it's very close.
So, this is very meta, this whole experience, but not like you guys. Hugh's character is overheard telling a joke at a wedding that could be perceived as sexist, and my character kind of gets wind of this and is like, I need to get to the bottom of this, and kind of ends up causing a bit of an explosion online, and she gets so entwined in his spiral towards potential cancellation.
Thanks.
Casual. Let's have a look at you guys in action, shall we?
That's all for today. Same time tomorrow.
Why not? See you at 6.
There's been a tweet.
What tweet?
Overheard presenter Douglas Bellows making an extremely sexist joke at a wedding.
Dad, what was the joke at the wedding?
I don't remember.
But it's probably just one of your usual ones, yeah?
My usual ones.
Your usual misogynist ones.
It was sexist, not misogynist. This isn't news.
It's going to be news. It's you.
She plays you.
Madeline's not like that. Is she?
The first thing I thought after the first episode, right, I'm never going to a wedding, or if I am, I'm gagged. But, you know, it keeps the audience guessing, doesn't it, right till the very end about exactly what is said or what the joke is, Hugh.
Well, it's written by the genius Stephen Moffat, and like all great satire, it the first two acts, as it were, the first two episodes, have you laughing out loud, and then gradually the knife turns. And by the end, I remember after the read-through actually feeling quite grubby and wanting to go and wash my hands. It really gets quite sort of dark and asks a lot of questions about the world we live in.
But that's what we want. We want these shows that provoke us to tell the truth, don't we? Now, Karen, we've seen you in space, we've seen you in the jungle, we've seen you do some incredible things with CGI, but you've said this is arguably one of your most challenging roles to date. How so?
Definitely, 100%. I think it's because the character is so removed from myself. I'm such a, frantic, nervy person, and she is cool as a cucumber, and she does your job. You have to be cool as a cucumber.
No.
This is live.
We're not cool.
I'm in fight-or-flight mode right now,
So not.
and I'm doing the easy part.
No.
No, you're good, you're good.
It's like, you know, a swan. Underneath, it's a shambles.
Oh, the legs are going.
But, you know, it's cancel culture is a term, I suppose, that's relatively newish, isn't it? But here, you know, you were reminding our research team that actually it's a thing that's been around for a long, long time.
Well, I think it's been around as Stephen himself, Moffat, keeps reminding us. It's been around since at least Roman times. The scapegoat was the goat that was thrown out to take the blame for everything that was going wrong, or you were beyond the pale. You were thrown outside the city walls because the community didn't agree with your point of view, or you may have said something that offended the mob. And sometimes the rule of law is employed, but most of the time it isn't. It's just public opinion.
Gosh. Now, you guys are both active on your social media. Has making this programme made you think twice about what you post?
Have you shut down your account?
Yeah, that's what you want to know. Are you on private now?
My finger's been hovering over the delete account button since the show. It just came into my awareness that there are ripple effects to what you say. I hope I don't say anything offensive, but I just wasn't necessarily thinking of the dangers, and I was just sort of being myself and authentic on there, and I will continue to do so, but it suddenly crept into my awareness that this is actually dangerous territory.
Yeah, yeah, it does definitely make you think, doesn't it? Now, there's quite a few connections to Doctor Who. Hugh, you mentioned Stephen Moffat, who wrote it. Brilliant, wrote Doctor Who as well. And then Alex Kingston.
Yes.
You starred opposite her in Doctor Who, and now you're back on this.
I know, it's like a family reunion, and it's just been so nice to come back to the UK and work with everyone that I love so much. Also, Hugh was a pirate in one of the Doctor Who episodes, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Pirate King.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Who are? Yeah.
I was going to say...
I was waiting to hear that.
That's how you got the part.
We're excited to watch you play a live presenter, for sure. But pirate, we definitely love. Now, we understand that you guys don't think you'd make very good live presenters in real life, but I beg to differ, you know.
Yeah.
I have faith in you both.
I tell you what, we'll put it to the test now.
What?
So we've got camera 2 there with Phil behind it.
This is gonna be a
why don't you tell everybody how and when they can watch the new series?
I'm so scared.
We're rooting for you.
Guys, I'm so scared.
No,
How are you
honestly.
doing this? This is live. People are watching this right now.
When did you say that?
Here I
Didn't
go.
say that.
No, all right, I'm ad-libbing already. OK, here I go. Douglas is cancelled, starring myself and Hugh Bonneville, starts on the 27th of June at 9 p.m. on ITV1 and ITV X. I'm sorry.
Yes, Karen, and it's worth adding that all episodes will be available to binge from the same date, if that's how you'd prefer to watch us.
I reckon we can go home.
We can just
Still to come. Oh, no, that's you.
Oh, yeah.
Carry on.
Just chill. Thanks, guys.
Still to come, as you said, Craig Revel Horwood will be putting a smile on our faces when he tells us all about the release of his new feel-good single.
Seriously, 10 out of 10, no notes. And speaking of feeling good, even though some are calling this month January because of the bad weather, we wanted to celebrate the positive things out there. So,
especially now, because it's time to welcome our next guest, a man who radiates sunshine, the fabulous Craig Revel Horwood. Well, huge congratulations. Can you believe it? Craig has released his first single.
Yes.
This is my life.
I'm very nervous, I've got to say, because I'm not known for anything like this, really. I did a Christmas single, which was a duet, and that got to number 27 for 2 seconds, I think, and then plummeted to 400 because Elton John had released something. But I love doing this, and it's been a part of my life forever, because I've been in musicals. Like, I started in West Side Story back in the 80s, and I've loved Shirley Bassey all my life, ever since I was 3. Amazingly, because this is when, This Is My Life is the single, of course, I'm releasing. And she brought that out in 1968, and I just love it. And I have put a bit of a disco beat to it because I had to have a bit of disco on my album.
in that jacket,
Yeah, come on.
Well, I know. Hard to believe, darling. Hard to believe I might like be partial to disco. But yeah, it's been great fun. And it's been fantastic because singing for me is just joyful. You know, I just absolutely love it. And I've done this all my life in musicals, as I say. So I'm thrilled and delighted someone was actually going to put some money in and actually do it.
Well, I tell you what, our viewers who know you, obviously, as a Strictly judge, will be like, well, come on, then, let's hear it. So let's. Here we go.
It's me.
Oh, loving you. It's the
That's hard
first
to
time I've
believe.
seen you looking a bit nervous.
I am nervous. I really am. I don't know why. It's
Well,
just...
it's a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's really exposing. It is. I mean, if you've danced all your life, then suddenly you're using a voice like you would, like reading aloud, for instance, you know, which is your job.
But
You know,
you're
and
amongst
that's
friends here,
terrifying.
so do not worry. It's fine.
There are no surprise paddle boards.
It's fine, no.
I don't get them out.
But it doesn't end at singles. No. There's an album
There is.
called Revelations, Songs Boys Don't Sing.
Yeah, that's right. I've chosen songs from musical theatre, and it's by Westway Music, who are producing it, and they're famous for really doing all the West End stuff, you know, and Broadway stuff. And I thought, I really want to sing all of these wonderful songs from musicals that I will never, ever get to play. I'm not going to be Eponine in Les Miserables.
But why?
So,
That would be so
you know,
brilliant.
I'll never be Nancy in Oliver, so I thought, right, I'm going to sing her song, darling. I'm going to sing, you know, all of those. And that's what I've done. I've just chosen songs that I really love singing in the shower and screaming.
They're quite high, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are high. Yeah, I mean, it was a very big challenge, not only emotionally, but technically it was for me, because, of course, they're all belty big numbers, you know, but they're the things I sort of loved. I grew up, you know, screeching them and trying to be amazing when I was 18. So now I'm hoping to be better than that. And I'm really looking forward to it coming out on the 18th of October.
And the great thing is you get to express that live on the road. You're going on tour.
I am.
So for someone that's never been to a Craig Revel Horwood show, what can they expect from the live experience?
They can expect learning a lot about me that they didn't know, and I'll be singing my songs, which is going to be great. And of course, I've got wonderful stories attached to every single one of those songs. Every song on the album means something really special to me, like the first show I ever saw, Jesus Christ Superstar, that my mum took me to, that got me interested in theatre. So there's a lot of songs on there that I absolutely love, and I know people at home will love them as well.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with a musical. We're big fans
we
of
love
musical.
a show tune.
We love
yeah.
a show
Love a
tune.
show.
Ache for it, darling.
Now, we couldn't believe... You two have got something in common, right? There's a
we
link.
have.
Paddington.
Oh, yes, of course, because you choreographed the
Yes,
Hugh dance sequence.
I
Hugh
did.
Grant's dance
It's just a
sequence.
shame you weren't in prison, darling, at the time, because I would have had you up there being thrown about as well.
I thought that was absolutely wonderful. It was, and it is extraordinary that it was sort of tucked away in the end credits, and it was, you know, one of the most glorious bits of the film.
Yeah, it was
Thank
fantastic.
you for doing that. It was amazing.
I totally and utterly loved it, and it was amazing teaching, you know, Hugh, not this Hugh, but the other
Hugh.
one, darling,
Yeah.
to tap dance, and he did all of that live. I mean, he really put his heart
Yeah.
and soul into it,
He
and it
did
was
it
a fantastic
brilliantly.
experience.
gorgeous.
It was a great set to work on as well.
Yeah,
though. Just
amazing, that prison
fantastic.
set. Yeah, it was
amazing.
Paddington 3, kids and parents alike. Really looking forward to that in November.
Yep.
The trailer came out last week, didn't it?
Yeah.
What can you say then about the sort of the plot of this one?
Well, like most trailers these days, it gives the entire plot away. So you don't really need to go and see it now.
Don't say that.
But I think the clue's in the title, Paddington in Peru. We go to visit the Home for Retired Bears and to see Aunt Lucy, but she's gone off on her own little adventure, so we have to go and try and find her.
Oh, nice. I can't wait, honestly.
It's going to be fabulous, and Paddington would never be cancelled. We know this for sure. Craig's single, This Is My Life, is going to be out today, and his album is out on the 18th of October, and if you want to see him live on tour, tickets are available now.
Hugh, your mum was a nurse, wasn't she?
She trained as a nurse, and to see what today's workers from the NHS have the pressure they've been under, and you know, to take care of their mental health is absolutely essential. It would be lovely to think that every county could have a retreat like that.
Right on. We had a lovely message from Sheila for Karen, who says she watched you in Late Bloomers a couple of days ago, and it made her laugh until she cried.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
Nice.
Is
We love
Sheila?
Sheila.
Sheila.
Thanks, Sheila. That's so nice.
Sheila's great. Carol, she says, I saw Craig in The Wizard of Oz. He has got a great voice.
Oh, that's very
Okay.
sweet. Yeah, I'm still doing that. We've got Glasgow coming up in 2 weeks, darling, so that's going to be good fun.
You are.
Another little
busy,
plug. I know,
darling.
I'm punching them out, darling.
We love it for you.
Very
hello
on BBC, I do apologise.
Why not? Charlie says Hugh is so talented and brilliant in every role he's played.
Thanks.
So
Thanks.
just
That was my
feeling the love
brother-in-law.
this
Thank you very
evening.
much. Thanks.
So much love in the room. Well then, that is about it for tonight. We just want to say a massive thank you you to all of our guests, Craig, Hugh and Karen.
I'll be back tomorrow on BBC Two with Lauren, and we'll be joined by Rachel Stevens, Adam Lambert and Saranjo. See you then. Bye-bye.